Hey everybody, AC here, and welcome back to another episode of What Will I Be Watching? So, this time we're going to be talking about the Winter 2020 lineup and what I watched during that time. Um, for that we had for that one we had Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Season 1. As well as Isekai Quartet Season 2. Seitan Academy, Join the Pack. Nekopara. Was that it? Yeah, okay. It was those three and interspecies reviewers. So I only watched 4 animes that time. There were not a whole lot of animes that interested me. That one in that one. So, but yeah, I had 4 animes that I watched. So this is probably going to be a shorter one. But Bofuri, I watched that and I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. Just this girl who's never played a VR game before. She gets in and she hates getting hurt, so she just maxes out her defense so nothing can actually hurt her. And because nothing can hurt her, she's able to basically just kind of she's able to complete different quests that were thought to be impossible. And then she gains all these other crazy skills. And it's really funny to watch. And she ends up creating her own guild, and all of her guild mates end up getting powerful upgrades. Well, all of them except for one. The samurai girl of the group, she doesn't get any sort of upgrade. She just kind of remains the same strength throughout the entirety of the first season. But don't worry, she'll have her time to shine. But yeah, I would recommend that one. That one was great. Isekai Quartet Season 2. This one kept... Okay, I got a bone to pick with this one because Isekai Quartet Season 2, throughout the entirety of the time that they were getting ready to release this, they kept advertising Shield Hero. Shield Hero is joining Isekai Quartet. And they kept talking about how you were going to get to see Melty. You were going to get to see Melty and Naofumi and Philo and Raphtalia. You were going to get to see all 4 of them in Isekai Quartet. And they kept advertising that. They kept saying that this season was going to be all about Shield Hero. It was going to be all about the Shield Hero. And he shows up for the first episode and the last episode. And he gets maybe 3 lines in each episode. They kept building him up throughout the entirety of the advertisements. Every single advertisement I saw of Isekai Quartet was all about Shield Hero. That's it. They kept making it seem like he was going to play a huge part in this new season. And no, he's just a cameo in 2 episodes. I mean, he does technically show up a handful of other times throughout the rest of the series, but he never speaks. He's just in the background. The only time we actually see him speak and get actual screen time is in the first episode and the last episode of the season. And it is just so annoying because if you wanted to say he was a special guest, then say he's a special guest. Don't advertise him like he's the star of the show, which is what they did. And so, like, that really irritated me. And so, I don't care for the second season of Isekai Quartet. I loved the first season. I thought it was hilarious. I've never watched ReZero. I don't particularly care for it. From all the clips I've seen, and from everything I've heard from other people, I don't like Subaru as a main character. I just don't like him. From everything I've heard from other people about him, and all the clips I've seen, all the different clips I've seen of him, I don't like him as a main character. And then, the elf girl that's supposed to be his main love interest, I don't care for her either. I've seen a bunch of clips of her. I've heard from a bunch of people who are big fans of it, everything there is to know about her, and I don't like her either. And so it's like, when your two main if I don't like the two main characters, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to enjoy the show. Because if the main characters are incredibly unlikable to me, then I'm just going to be waiting and praying that they end up getting killed, and somebody else takes over as the main character, you know? And so, like, yeah, I just don't care. I just don't care for I just don't care for the series. But so I didn't really get a whole lot of the jokes from ReZero's side of things. I got a lot of the jokes from Konosuba. I still haven't watched Konosuba, but I have seen several clips of it. It's pretty high up on my to watch list. I do plan on sitting down and watching it here in the coming weeks. Once I've recorded a whole bunch of these back to back, and I can just have them release one every weekday. Once I'm able to do that, I'll have plenty of free time to watch some of the animes on my backboard that I really want to watch. And the ones that I really want to watch, Konosuba and One Punch Man. Those are the two at the very tippy top of my list. So I don't get a whole lot of the jokes from Konosuba, but I understand some of them. I have seen several clips from Konosuba, so I understand some of the jokes, but I understand every single joke from Tanya and Overlord. Those are all hilarious, and I really enjoyed the first season. Second season, no, can't really recommend. I'm too bitter. I'm too bitter about what they did to my boy Naofumi. So it destroys the enjoyment. So would not recommend season 2 of Isekai Quartet. Seitan Academy, join the pack. That one is interesting. That one is interesting because you've got a main character who doesn't like animals because he's been picked on by animals his whole life, and he ends up being forced to join a academy where pretty much everyone is Kemonomimi, which is a type of animal person that, like, they look human. They mostly look human, but they do have, like, certain animal features, like the ears, tail, fangs, maybe claws. But yeah, so, like, and not every single one of them is a Kemonomini. Some of them are just straight up furries. Some of these characters are just straight up furries. But most of them are Kemonominis. Which are not furries. They are something else. They are different. It's okay to like Kemonominis. You're not a furry if you like Kemonominis. I don't like furries. I have zero attraction to furries. But Kemonominis, yes, I like those because those are more human than animal. So But yeah, so uh, it's a very weird anime. Lots of weirdness happens in that. But it's funny. It is very funny. Um, and he's just kind of slowly going insane because he's just surrounded by all of these kimono minis that he wants nothing to do with because he doesn't like animals. So he wants nothing to do with this with all these characters. But despite his hatred for it, he is still a really nice guy and he will help out other people. Like he's not gonna leave them alone when he sees they're in duress. Like he actually will help them. But it's pretty it's a pretty cute series and lots of good laughs to come from it. So I would recommend it. Nekopara. 100%. It's based on the games. It's based on the Nekopara games. Well, I say games, but they're more visual novels. Which I mean, I guess technically are a type of game. Because you are interacting with a controller. It's just you're pressing the same like 3 buttons over and over. So, but the Nekopara anime is very entertaining. It is very entertaining, very funny, and they introduced an original character in this called Kakao, who is just this absolute adorable little kitten character. Yeah, I love this series. It's such a cute series. It's such a cute, wholesome, feel good series. Absolutely recommend it. Wonderful. It's a wonderful series. Okay, so that's 4. Okay, one last one. This is the 5th and final one that I watched, and that is Interspecies Reviewers. Do I even need to say more? Interspecies Reviewers was the number 1 anime on my anime list for a while. Like for like a week, it was at the number 1 spot. And then of course, the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, simps. The Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood simps that work for my anime list decided that they were going to downvote it to hell. And make a whole bunch of fake upvotes for FMA. And yeah, like that's I love Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I do. It's a fantastic series, but it's just not right that the people running my anime list just refuse to let anything be better than Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. They refuse to let anything get above it. If anything did get above it, it would quickly go below it. It would quickly go below it again, like within a week later. So yeah, I just don't particularly care. I just don't particularly care for the way they handle that kind of stuff. But yeah, Interspecies Reviewers, absolutely hilarious. 100% recommend. There's not really much else to say about it. It's amazing that it's a series that actually exists. It really is. It's amazing that is a series that exists. That is an anime that exists. Not a hentai, an anime. Like, it blurs the line between anime and hentai so much. And it just astonishes me that is something that exists. So, recommend. 100%. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good jazz. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.